So if you're like Elisha and myself, you might not be super technically savvy as a fitness professional, and that's perfectly fine right now. And it's exactly why I've got such this handsome guy next to me right now, Elisha, because he is an online fitness coach doing amazing things. And simply right now, I want to walk you through what Elisha is doing to be able to have literally an all-in-one solution for all of the tech stuff. So all of your emails, making sure you can have your leads, all of your funnels, all of the everything, including membership sites as well. So Elisha, dude, thank you so much for jumping on and us being able to jam today.
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for having me. It's honestly an honor. I've been going through Fit Pro Solution for a little bit and it's just like the best thing ever. So I'm excited for this.
Amazing. Okay, let's jump into this because I think the first thing we really need to highlight is all of the different problems that I know I was having, I know you were having before, and I know probably the coach right now is having right now with the tech stuff. So just in your case, Elisha, what were the problems you were having before you actually joined Fit Pro Solution?
Yeah. Okay. So some of the problems I was having was like there were so many different softwares that I was using, and to connect them all and integrate them all was so confusing. And like if I messed up one little snippet of a copying a code here, it screwed up everything. And so like it was like I thought I had it all, and then I would have a client come on board and then I didn't have it already. Right. And then with the softwares, like those cost a piss ton of money. And like for them not all to work and me have to put in so much work to get them to work, like that was more frustrating than anything. Like I was like, golly, like I'm just throwing money out the door and I'm not getting the clients the experience that they really deserve to pay me to be on this program. So, and anytime you wanted to buy a new software, you had to be like, okay, well, is this compatible with this? And then does it link to that? And then do I go back to this? So those were the two biggest things that stand out to me, like when I first started before I used Fit Pro Solution.
Dude, I think that's absolutely perfect because the idea is I know so many people are using ClickFunnels, Active Campaigns, MailChimp, lead pages. Then there's like things like Calendly for the calendars. And then there's like Zapiers that try and have to connect everything. And then there's just
Yep.
one thing changes or a little bit of code changes or a pixel doesn't fire. Suddenly everything breaks as well. And I know you bring up something brilliant, especially as us as fitness coaches. It's a case of we need to be able to give our clients the best actual experience coming on board as well.
Right.
And I know you had some real troubles of like when clients were coming on board. So you were doing everything great. You're getting leads, you're signing on them, but
Right.
then the technology is then failing you there as well. What happened with that?
Yeah. So we jammed on this just a second ago, but man, I had like my biggest influx of leads I think I've ever had. Like I posted a really good social proof and I was so pumped because I had like appointments being set, made some good sales. Like I was feeling confident in it. And like I drag and drop an active campaign. I had everything supposed to be ready to go. I was really excited for the experience. And then I'm like crickets on my end. And I'm like, what the freak? All these people just signed up. I got to keep them, right? I don't want a hole in my bucket. And I go into Zapier and you can check like the task. And it was like, this one didn't run because of this. And then this one didn't run because of that. And then this one got halfway through and didn't run because of this. And it's probably more so just my ignorance on how to do it. But I was so like pissed off because I was like, I wanted them to have that experience that person who got the results had. And so like, I felt like I had almost everything clicking. Like this was the one thing that I needed to click and it didn't. And it really frustrated me. And I feel like it held me back from them getting the results faster because like when you have a good onboarding experience, when they have a good, like every touch point is solid, like they're going to get results better. I think it's a no brainer when that happens. Like it's like so systemized that way and it wasn't. And so it pissed me off and I was mad. So I've always been looking for a different solution for it.
Okay, so this is amazing because I feel like so many coaches right now, they're probably struggling in the three different areas. Whereas like, I need help to be able to make sure leads are coming in and we're like collecting those leads. We need to make sure that we're actually selling those leads. So is everything working to be able to move them along the process to then sell them? And then it's obviously the delivery part of it as well. So I want to dive into those three. But I think one of the things was, I know we were chatting so much and with a bunch of other coaches before Fit Pro Solution even opened. And when we were like, hey, like you don't need to do all of these other things. You don't need to have all of these other softwares. You don't need to have to pay thousands and thousands of other dollars, because kind of like we have this thing right now that solves all of that as well. How did you feel when we were actually like, hey, we've got this solution that can actually fix all of these problems?
Yeah. Just like anything else that has an all-in-one solution. And I put this up because I've never found it. I was like, okay, bull crap. You know what I mean? I'll do the free trial. We'll see how it works, but more than likely it's going to lead to more of a mess and me having to map out crap. Very skeptical, and I'm that way with everything. So it just makes sense, but I was very skeptical that it was an all-in-one solution.
Yeah, dude, I totally appreciate that. Like, because I think that's a big part of it is everyone should be a little bit skeptical right now, because there are so many other people out there saying the exact same thing, saying this is the perfect thing that's going to fix this problem that we're having. But I dare say, and I'm pretty biased behind it, but this actually does solve it. And that's why I wanted to showcase you, because you're using it so well. So why don't we actually go through, do you want to actually take us through, Elisha, kind of some of the big things that you're using FitPro Solution with in your business?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Let me share my screen over here. All right. So, so this is the dashboard. And so this is one of my favorite things to see, just like the pipeline value, because I'm like, oh my God, like there's so much there. Like now I just go hunt, right? But as you can see in this column over here, this is literally everything that it's got in here. Like it's got everything. Like Calendly, it's got your forms, it's got opportunities here as we go. I'll show you more of that. It's got your workflows like Active Campaign. It's got your marketing, and it's got the different ways to build out forms here. It's got everything. And when I remember seeing this side of things before I signed up, and I was like, holy crap. Like I did not think that I was going to be getting that. Also, from the workflows, we've got all these tasks over here that, I can complete. Obviously I need to get on that one. But we got some that, I just go in here and check off my completed task, and it's absolutely amazing. I also want to show, this is one of my favorite things about it all. We talk a lot about the light traffic system in the Coaches Cartel. And this is being able to keep leads in your program for as long as possible. And so like, if I can take some of these leads that I have here, just drag them to let's say they're in my red light, like I automatically get task. He already gets a message. I'll have to send it to Kyle and tell him I'm sorry, because he's an awesome client. But like everything is so automated and it's so easy to set up. I don't know. It's a thing of beauty. So, you want me to go through the membership type too?
Yes, this is really good. So I think this is really important, where like you're using it to manage leads, but you're also using it to manage clients. So it literally is everything in that one place.
Right. Amazing. Absolutely.
Okay. What else?
Yeah. Okay. Sick. So, we talked about the experience, and like the membership sites, I always had to create. One, it took me like hours to make. And then two, I'd never liked how I could keep up with the clients through the membership site. So like, it was really cool to offer it, but like in the back of my head, I was like, are they even watching this? Like, are they even doing the things that they're doing? Right. And so, FitPro Solution has a super easy setup. And it's also like, I can conveniently lay everything out and have it drip fed to them. And I don't have to do anything to make that happen. Like I literally just click a few buttons and it auto populates like, okay, next week they're going to be getting this in their email. Then the next week, this lesson will be coming. And like, they just click start course and it rolls up and it's got the videos there. But I can go in here and look at their analytics and see who is and who isn't doing their modules. So like, obviously we want to give a person a fish, but like, this is where it really matters. Like if they can learn how to fish on their own. And so that's why this is so important. So I can be like, look, you're getting results, but you're not doing anything here. Like you have to be able to do this. So when you leave me, you're still getting results. And so this is one of my favorite things about FitPro Solutions, my ability to go in here and just easily see how many times they logged in, when was the last time they logged in, and the progress on that. So the membership site is like, I nerd out on it. So yeah.
No, dude, I think this is absolutely incredible, because if you think about like you shoot one video and now literally thousands of clients can watch that, and you don't ever have to answer that same question again. I mean, like, let's be honest. How many times do you really want to answer the question about macros or food choices or like portioning out meals or something like that? Like you literally want to just like, to me, stub your big toe when you continue to get those questions day in, day out. So I think that's brilliant how you've answered that literally in that one time. And dude, I think you've done a really amazing job of piecing that together as well. So I think this is really, really cool. So I appreciate that. And I think we've highlighted as well how easy FitPro solution really is for a coach to be able to jump in, have everything preloaded, ready to rock and roll, and go from there. What else do you think? If there was like one piece of advice you'd have to give another fitness coach right now when it comes to the tech stuff, what would that be?
Yeah. Like they offer a free trial, and like if you're skeptical, like do it. Go on the free trial, see how it works. I promise you there's videos on how to set up literally everything, and they're really fast. And like I had all of this stuff set up. I remember I thought it was going to be such a mess. I did the free trial. Within a week, I had all of my workflows, all of my funnels, my website transferred. Like it was so crazy how fast it was. I was like, God, let's just sign up right now. Like I remember I was going and canceling stuff before my free trial was even up because I was like, this is what I'm going to be using. So like, just give it a shot. And I promise you within a week, you're going to be happy with this. I swear.
Amazing. So I appreciate you saying that. And I was obviously super biased coming into it as well, but I think it's just so important for other coaches to see other coaches, how they're using it. And I think the cool thing is as well is all the other fitness pros that are watching it with us right now is we've been able to preload the account. So if you do start your free trial, you'll be able to use the exact same campaigns of what Elisha is doing to bring in leads, how he nurtures leads, how he sells, and even be able to have those membership sites that you've been able to see. I think a big part of this is because I'm really not asking you to decide, do you want to buy it today or not? I'm really wanting you to make a fully informed decision. And the only way you can make a fully informed decision is actually making sure that you're on the inside. Because from the outside, you really can't do that. Like, let's be perfectly honest. If you have a first date, you're not going to ask the person to marry you right then and there. You're going to just see, can it go to a second date? Like I dated my now wife for 6 years and now we're about to celebrate our 10-year anniversary. So it's about actually being on the inside and taking it one step at a time as well. So I think the big part is I want you to be able to test it, feel it, see everything for yourself, no risk whatsoever. So we'll pop a link somewhere around here, be able to start your free trial, get in there and have that preloaded account ready to rock and roll as well. Because hopefully you'll be able to have within a couple of days, a week, everything that you've just seen Elisha be able to have through as well, without the headaches, without wasting all that money on everything else, and it all just there ready in one click as well. Elisha, brother, I really appreciate you sharing the insights. You've literally gone in the back of your business to be able to show us exactly what's going on. And dudes and dudettes, this guy is doing amazing things and running an incredible online fitness business. So I want you to be able to take what the proof is in the pudding right now and be able to apply it for yourself.
Absolutely. Thanks, Chris.